Hey guys, so just have a little bit of energy. I thought I'd try and record something for YouTube. Nothing with any flair or pizzazz, unfortunately. But I thought I would speak about a news story that was sent to me this week about the arrest of 65 witch doctors in Tanzania. And of course these witch doctors are a huge problem with child sacrifice. 10 children went missing, were found murdered, mutilated, and unfortunately used for their magic potions, sacrifice, etc. First of all, love and prayers for those children, what they went through, and deep love and condolences for the families of them as well. And I should say congratulations to the authorities for getting 65 people. It's an amazing feat. And it's a step in the right direction, because what you have to do is cut the head off the snake, and if they are arrested or murdered, if they're arrested or killed by the police, whichever it might be, then that's going to cut the head off the snake. 65 people can't perpetuate this lie, this nonsense any longer, because it is a lie and it is nonsense that if you kill children you get special rewards, etc. But it's not a lie that's only in these uneducated parts of the world. I see that this lie is perpetuated online as well, and people follow algorithms into dark avenues, and they get to the point where they think blood sacrifice is how you ascend, and eating people is how you ascend, and all of this just twisted, weak, dark stuff touted by Crowley and people of this nature. Perpetuates this lie when all these people die broken, decrepit drug addicts, and I just want to clear this up as well. As someone who deals with this problem daily, it's not something I read about online. I have 22 Maasai warriors here 24/7. We have armed guards with shotguns who arrive in a matter of minutes when we hit the panic button. We have extremely good attack dogs, some German Shepherds from the police, etc., which are pretty intense. A builder was doing work once at the dog kennel, and he ran because he got scared, and he was fine as long as you're introduced, but he ran, and the pack wasn't pretty, shall we say. He had to go to hospital because the pack saw him as an intruder at that point because he ran scared. So we have extremely powerful security measures. I wouldn't like the chances of anyone jumping into this compound, but we have it to stop people from trying to kidnap the special needs children and sacrificing them, because that's a belief. So the very first time I had I knew about this, I was helping an albino girl be protected at the school, but then a police officer came to my gate with a cerebral palsy girl in his arms called Nimzana, and I'd already met Nimzana on outreach. You can see the videos, but the family were happy for her to stay at home, and we would support them with medication and transport to get to the hospital for the physio, etc. And the witch doctors came and tried to break the door down, and they'd said to the mother, "Give us the girl and we won't kill you." And thankfully the neighbouring farm heard them, and the brothers and the father came with machetes and chased them off. And the police brought Nimzana and said, "Please will you look after her? The witch doctors wanted to sacrifice her and kidnap her." So that was the first time I realised, because Nimzana's family home is 2 kilometres from Featherstail, and I realised it was on my doorstep, and I realised it was here. And of course they've been and they've tested our perimeters, and I've seen them face to face. And I mention all of this because I can tell you now that they're not ascended masters. They're not superhuman, they're not super strong because they do these stupid things. These malicious things costs them their energy in response to an energy beyond it, is how I see it. Because these people, they're really desperate and demented and broken souls, all of them. And to be led into that lie, into that avenue of believing that that's some sort of way to get what you want out of life, and to see that people in the West even are starting to do it on YouTube and talk about it. I even heard a guy in an interview on YouTube say he would do it if he had enough money to get away with it. So it shows how twisted and sick and demented this train of thought can get. And the energy that you follow with that is just unbelievably dark. You get to the point where you think for you to be better, you've got to kill humans and eat them, etc. I mean, how weak are you? You can't self-progress without it. There were plenty of successful people on this planet who have never done a thing like that. It's just they have good, strong, hard work ethic and a lot of intelligence, you know, without having to kill other human beings to get ahead. It's just ridiculous. The whole thought pattern of it's just unbelievably ridiculous. And I think in an educated Western world, it's almost unforgivable. Here, it's unforgivable, but at the same time, people are so uneducated at times that you sort of understand why they might believe this nonsense. I've had children of my own believe what witch doctors have told them. So I get that with an uneducated mind, it's different, but in the West, I don't know if we have an excuse for that anymore. But what I will say is when you go toe-to-toe and face-to-face with these men, they are cowards, and they are broken, decrepit, desperate human beings. And they're not ascended masters, they're not superhuman, or anything of that nature. And you can see cultures that drank human blood, etc., descended into absolute depravity and chaos. Most of the South American cultures of old were like that. Here there was problems eating your firstborn baby of tribes, etc., cannibalism, that went on here. And thankfully, due to the loving message of Christianity, people managed to develop a new aspect of their consciousness. And people who want to go back from there are lying to themselves. You know, they're basically saying, no, I can't succeed at this level. I want to go back and be like a, you know, like a Stone Age unthinking savage. But I'm pretty sure the Stone Age people had more compassion and empathy than what we realize as well. Because seeing the hunter-gatherer tribes here, there's no leader. It's built on the compassion of one another. So it's just some sort of deluded insanity, and I just want to get that out there. Congratulations to the authorities for taking out these 265 people. It's a huge achievement and a step in the right direction for something that we're all working toward trying to eradicate from this country. And at the same time, don't be suckered into the algorithm online that takes you down the Crowley idea that you can become some sort of, you can get a shortcut. You can become strong and superhuman and have superpowers by drinking other people's blood, etc. You're just advertising your inability to succeed. You know, just believe me from someone who sees it. It's a load of bullshit. Otherwise, why are these men so weak? Why are they so weak? And why, when I serve a different light to that altogether, are we crushing them left, right and centre? I'd say my God's a lot stronger, if you want to put it into the terms of what they believe. So, it's not to say their God is to be mocked. Anything that drives humans to be so dark obviously has some level of power. And that God is ultimately greed and desperation in a lot of people. But a single sunbeam can cast out many shadows. So darkness is but a lack of light. And if you can bring light to the equation, that means darkness always has to retreat. God bless, guys.